Wanna go to the movies.
I like it spooky.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Appendages. And if you heard the bumper at the beginning, you know this is Tubi Appendages. And it's March 2025. Rod's got 4 films. I might have 10 films, 12 films. I have more than 4 films. I'll try to group them up so we get through it. But I'm going to let Rod go first.
Yep, and from the action category, I have a movie from 2011, Real Steel, starring Hugh Jackman. The synopsis is in a near future where robot boxing is a top sport, a struggling ex boxer feels he's found a champion in a discarded robot.
Real boxing is not a top sport.
Not anymore.
This kind of like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Is that what this is?
Yeah, it kind of
This
is.
like in
Yeah,
the future. Yeah. Well, my first film from 2019. It's an hour and 27 minutes long. I don't give a damn who starred in it, but it's called Crawl. It's got gigantic alligators and a flood and a world class swimmer trying to save her dad, her dog, and her own life. That's it.
it's a fun one.
What do you got second?
So the second one I got is from the comedy category and is from 1987, Spaceballs, with Bill Pullman, John Candy, Mel Brooks, and Rick Moranis. The synopsis on this one is a star pilot for hire and his trusty sidekick must come to the rescue of a princess and save planet Drudia from the clutches of the evil Spaceballs.
They're gonna suck all the air out of planet Duridia,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, because
The Hoover
how many assholes am I surrounded by, or what is it? How many assholes is on this spaceship?
spaceship, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got a double feature for the next one. These stream on March 31st, so I'm kind of like, why didn't they just save it for April 1st? The first one, Grindhouse Death Proof. It's an hour and 27 minutes long. And then Grindhouse Planet Terror is an hour and 45 minutes long. So together, they were like 3 hours. And you said
3
there was an
hours.
intermission,
Yeah.
and it was the trailers,
Yep, Machete, Thanksgiving, uh,
which are both real
real
films
films
now.
now, yep.
Yeah. So Death Proof, it's Kurt Russell, who's a stuntman that turned into a killer. So he's going after these young ladies, and he puts them in the car, and he drives real crazy, and they die. He wrecks it. Yeah. Really, that's about what it is,
It
right?
really is, yeah.
And then Planet Terror, which we covered on the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, is a group of soldiers. They're betrayed by the military because they kill Osama bin Laden and they weren't supposed to. So they're all turned into like zombies. They're going to buy this chemical and release it on the world to get justice, or not vengeance, not justice,
Yeah.
vengeance. And there's this ragtag group of doctors and a one-legged stripper. I don't think she's one-legged when the movie starts, but she ends up one-legged, and El Rey, and they become the heroes with a helicopter that like flies with the nose down and cuts all the zombies up. So yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed I enjoyed Planet Terror way more than I enjoyed Death Proof.
Yeah.
Hmm. What you got
My
next?
next one is from the drama category, and it's from 1984, a great year, Footloose, starring Kevin Bacon and John Lithgow. A big city teenager moves to a small town where rock and roll music and dancing have been banned by backward local parents, and his rebellious spirit shakes up the populace.
Now you told me, I asked you earlier if this took place in Iowa, and you said
I'm
Nebraska.
pretty sure it's Nebraska.
But if they redid it, it could take place in Iowa.
It could.
Yeah, they don't dance much in Iowa, I gather.
No, well, I don't know. I don't dance.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't either.
sing. The only thing
Thank
about me is
God.
the way I walk.
Yeah. Well, speaking of walking, the next film, Stephen King's Silver Bullet, which is from 1985 and is an hour and 35 minutes long, the kid in this does not
Not walk.
walk,
Yeah.
but he has a jet powered, isn't it? Doesn't he put rockets on it or something at one point in the movie?
There's like a rocket booster or something on that
Yeah.
thing.
In a small town, brutal killings start to plague the close knit community. A paraplegic boy is convinced the murders are the doing of a werewolf.
It's a
Yeah.
great one, and it's got Gary Busey in it.
Yeah, who is his alcoholic uncle,
Yeah,
right?
he's pretty
Yeah,
crazy too.
yeah.
So,
And the twist with who the werewolf is, most people have probably seen this one, but we
yeah,
won't give it away. But it is pretty interesting who the werewolf is.
the one-eyed werewolf eventually, and then
Hmm.
no eye. Then
Oh yeah, yep.
yeah, then, my last category is from the thriller category, and it is the movie The Next 3 Days with Russell Crowe and Elizabeth Banks. A little synopsis: a married couple's life is turned upside down when the wife is accused of murder.
Mm. When you went with Russell Crook, I thought you were going to
Yeah.
go caw crow.
Pretty
You didn't. So
close.
I have three films next, but if you're listening to the audio episode on the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, not on the YouTube channel, you'll hear a bumper from our podcast network, the PFPN. So you'll hear from them, but now you just have to sit here and stare at our ugly faces for what was it, an hour and not an hour for it'll probably feel like an hour. It's like a minute and 30 seconds, but I won't make you do that. I'll go to my next movie. And it's from 2018. It's 22 minutes long. Scooby Doo and the Beach Bestie. Scooby and his pals head to Florida for a nice, relaxing weekend, only to come across a sea monster. And I looked a little more into this film. Fred's having a rough time.
Is he?
That's why they go to Florida. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Fred. All your good looks and everything.
Mm-hmm. Now all your is he? No, I think Velma's the rich one. Well, her parents are rich.
Daphne is.
Oh, Daphne's the rich one. Okay, Velma's the smart one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What is Shaggy?
The stoner.
Oh, okay. From 1987, my next film. It's an hour and 34 minutes long. Scooby meets the Boo Brothers. After the death of Shaggy's uncle Beauregard, he, Scooby, and Scrappy arrive at the uncle's plantation to collect the inheritance, only to find out that surprise, it's haunted. And I picked this one because it has Scrappy in it. I think Scrappy's pretty
Yeah.
fun.
That was always a fun series back in the 90 early or late 80s, early 90s. The, Scooby Doo, Scrappy Doo too.
Yep. Then my last film from 1979, Scooby Goes to Hollywood. It's 49 minutes long. And I guess it's not a film because I asked you earlier if you knew why this was important. And you didn't know then, you know now because I told you.
Yeah.
But this is Scooby's first television special. Hence why it's 49 minutes long because there was probably an hour long and then they had 11 minutes of commercials. Synopsis for this one: when Scooby tries to make big in Hollywood with little success, the rest of the gang try to convince him to return to his normal Saturday morning cartoon.
Don't go back, Scoob. Don't go
Yeah.
back.
So you got Crawl, which is good. And I think I told you earlier, I saw Crawl and Midsummer at the theater in the same day.
That's a good
So
lineup.
yeah, that's a good double feature. I'm playing a Terror we covered on the I Like Spooky Horror podcast. Scooby Doo's perfect gateway horror, and Silver Bullet's just a great film.
It really
Yeah,
is. It's not very well, somewhat gory, but not overly gory. So I think kids
no,
could, like early teenage, could easily watch it.
yeah. What did you think of the lineup for Tubi this month, outside of the horror realm?
Not too bad. It's a little bit better than the last couple months, but we'll see what April brings.
Okay, well, we'll be back in April for more appendages from the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast. The wrong podcast died. Check out the other stuff on our YouTube channel. Got appendages, got Salute the Shorts, got Let's Get Physical. We got clips. Of course, you can listen to the podcast on the YouTube channel, or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wanna go to the movies.
I like it spooky.